Welcome to the RRTB Boxing Show, folks. It is your host of your show, Mr.A. That is me. We're going to get right into it. The Matchroom card, man. On paper, this card looked like shit, didn't it? Just, it looked like shit. But it turned out to be probably some of the best action and boxing stories of the weekend, 2/13/21. Now, again, if you've been following the show, you know our promotion card reviews. They're the opener, the co-main event, and the main event. So as good as Hopi, Price, and Dalton was, we're not really going to talk about them. Hopefully, I can have some time and we can do some other boxing talk. Talk about the full cards of aired the whole weekend. But right now, we're just opener Lee Wood and Reese Mould. Seriously, folks, if those guys were anywhere within the top 15 of some organization, that's fight of the year right there. Those flows of Mould putting Lee Wood on the back foot, just fucking slowly breaking him down. The way the commentary was bigging up Wood, like, oh, Wood's had that career. It hasn't quite developed what it was 7 years ago. He had this title shot. Oh, so much and so much. They're trying to big up Wood so much. And all of a sudden you just see Mould just slowly putting him on the back foot, taking the body language out of him. And going into that fourth round, you hear Ben Davis like, you got to go at him. And what's so funny about that, the film story, the boxing lore talk, whatever that they do to build up the fights. They're they're interviewing Ben Davis before the fight, and like, oh yeah, Lee Wood got freakish power. He got freakish power. He's been fighting wrong his whole career. He's been on the back foot. When he goes forward and his freakish power, it's very noticeable. And this whole 3 rounds, Mould got him on the back foot. You're like, okay, maybe, whatever power he has, his ass better start going on the front foot and start delivering it. In between third and fourth round, Ben Davis leans forward. Like, you got to start going forward on this guy. Fourth round comes out. He beats the shit out of Mould, goes forward on the front foot power, knocks him down, I should say. And then Mould comes back in the fifth round, has a great fucking round, starts pushing him back again. And then fucking Wood decides, like, hey, it worked once. Let me try it again. Let me go on the front foot, put some power. Fucking drops him again and knocks his ass out. The fight, like I said, since they're not ranked and it was only for a British title, man, you can consider this fight like, if it's in a Rocky series, it's Rocky 5. It's not part of his career, but he had a great street fight. This ain't fight of the year, but damn it, it was a great they're going to be talking about this one in the streets for a while, you know what I mean? That was a good-ass fucking fight. And I'm not too well induced in me being in California over here in the United States. The British scene, I don't know too much about it, where Wood can go with this belt. Considering Jordan Gill has a bout coming up, I think this weekend, fighting Juarez, should whip his ass, taking Juarez up in weight. Will this be a step back for Gill to try fight for that belt, considering he got his ass whooped with his WBA? What else is out there for Wood? If Jordan Gill considers that a step back, who else do I know? Gill beat Bulati. Bulati was been on a kind of a negative slide. Fight his ass. The Sandman, I think he's too high in weight. Sandman's like 140. Who else is out there? Anyway, like I said, Wood got some opponents. I always think the name Low, but I forget where Low's at. It's Low like 130, 135, but fuck it. Get him a check. Make him a fight. So that's like 3 names. So I'm pretty sure there's other domestic fights that I'm not even aware of that be good fights. Like I said, I'm in California, in the States here. Going on to the co-main event, like you, I am a boxing junkie, but I wasn't getting no fix on this fight here. Barrett and Kiko Martinez. On paper, we saw it as, okay, Kiko's the veteran. He's gonna give the youngster a tough time, but the youngster should win it. I thought it was going to be a boring ass unanimous decision. I agree with the unanimous decision. I had no problem with the scoring. I thought Kiko was getting more shots in than I thought. I always fuck his name up. Zafa Barrett. I thought he'll be. I like his ring generalship. Like I said, my name is Mr.A. This is the boxing junkie known as the RRTB Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. I'm a junkie. My addiction is ring generalship. So I like watching boxing, and I like watching Barrett. I like how he uses the ring. But I didn't think it looked like he was moving well, but then his movement started getting into some frantic, like, don't hit me move. They're like, bro, just move and believe in your offense and fucking stand your ground and beat this fool. I was surprised how Kinko was able to control him and make him move. It seemed like he was making him move and burn too much energy. But, you know, Kinko, and just like a lot of fights, there's ebb and flows, rivers and fucking dry spots. And Kiko had his little 5, 6, 7 round moments, that 3-round stretch, and then he lost that momentum. And I believe that's what everyone's saying, is controversy and whatever, the whole drama of the fight was, I think, that stretch. It was definitely entertaining stretch, though. Kinko did make the fight entertaining, because on paper I thought it was going to be just a boring ass, let me go wash the dishes, let me vacuum the room, some type of fight. But no, now, again, on paper, this is the promotional review card, post review. On paper, this card looked like shit, but it gave us a lot of boxing talk. Again, that Wood fight was fucking unbelievable. This, like I said, this was just supposed to be an ordinary fight, a youngster taking on a traveling roadie warrior. But with boxing being boxing and unpredictable how it is, the storylines just keep going. You can't predict boxing, and this gave us no one's really talking about it. And I hope the few junkies who do walk in here and enjoy the show, there is no IBF champion, folks. The highest ranked champion is Zafa Barrett. He's the IBF Intercontinental Champion. And if you know Mr. Oh shit. You know, if you follow the show, that was almost that shit was almost a fucking accident. If you follow the show, you know Mr.A is all about the belts. 1 through 15. We follow that, we talk it. And my favorite belt is the Intercontinental Champion. So him being the highest ranked titleist in the IBF at number 6, shit just got interesting. Number 3 is Kenichiwa Ogawa. So you got number 1, Jojo Diaz, the champion, gave up it on title. Then you got number 1, which was Rocknama. He beat number 5 to get that spot. He beat Fuzeli. Number 3 is Ogawa, Kenichiwa. So fuck, man. It's wide open. It's wide open for Barrett now. As I was saying, it is definitely wide open for Zafa Barrett, considering number 6. He is the highest titleist for the IBF. But number 4 is the kicker. Number 4, folks, is the kicker. Again, Onishiwa, number 3. For the name, if the name sounds familiar but you can't quite put a face to it, it was the Asian guy that Tevin Farmer lost to, but eventually became no contest. And then Tevin Farmer fought Billy Dibb for the belt. But Kenichi Ogawa is the Asian guy Tevin Farmer originally lost to. So he's number 3. Number 5, Fuzeli, who originally lost to number 1, Rakhimov. Number 6, the highest titleist in the division, Zafa Barrett. Number 4, the kicker, Martin Ward. Martin Ward So Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, they need to get their ass on the phone with the IBF ASAP. Be like, hey, that vacant title, how about you just have the Intercontinental title? Title is the highest champion you have right now. Fight him for the vacant title against number 4. You know, COVID traveling, can't quite get Japan Ogawa over here. Have these 2 Brits, number 4 and 6, fight for the title. Promotion, Matchroom Boxing, and on we move to the main event. Upset of the year, upset of the week, fighter of the year, you know, fighter of the month. How many awards can you give out? You know, if this was a video game award show, this is Last of Us 2. Shit. Is it a great game? I don't know, but it won a lot of awards. Was this a great fucking fight? I don't know. Was he a great fighter? I don't know, but Lara did it. Lara did it. Mauricio Lara, number 8. Shit just got interesting for him too, because with Warrington giving up that title, Kid Galahad and Jazzy Dickinson's most likely what, number 1 and 3, if I recall, fighting for it. After that, that list is thin. That list is really thin as far as name recognition. You can't say thin because look what Lara just did to Warrington. So as far as saying it's thin, hey, go shut the fuck up. You know, no one gave Lara a shot. So someone out there could just beat the shit out of Lara, beat the shit out of Kid Galahad. But of course, we're just going to go on what we go on, what we know. 1 and 3, Galahad and Dickinson. Number 2 with the IBF is empty. Number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. I think I remember was Michael Collin. That he seems to be off the radar for right now. He's going for Isaac Dogbay. But if you can, I do gotta say Collin is getting better under Booth. To me, he is, but it's still, if I could get my hands on him before he gets his peak, I would try and knock him out, get of his fame, try and get some of his fan base quickly if I was an opponent. And but like I said, he's number 7 and Lara's 8. Collins tied up with Dogbay, at least that's the word with Aaron. Number 6, can't quite remember. Number 5 was these 2 fighters I can't remember. Number 4 basically is the thing I'm talking about. Number 4 is Mark Masayo. If I'm Team Lara, considering I just knocked out a champion and I beat him with just raw power, Julio Cesar Martinez type power, hooks from the hips, throwing boomerangs, you know, just sidearm football type hooks, I would go for Mark Masayo. Because he has problems. He's as Floyd like to say, straight up and down, no special effects. He has a balancing problem. When he throws his punches, he throws himself off balance. He's straight on the line. His head movement is lacking. So for those power hooks, he's right there to be drilled by Lara. And he don't have fancy foot. I give Lara faster feet to move around for a longer period of time than Masayo. Like I said, Masayo is a little muscular to me, so I think he would get tired and his feet seem to look like they get heavy and his legs in a longer fight. So I would favor Lara over Mark Masayo. Even though Mark Masayo has power, but just combination delivery over a long period of fight, his muscular frame, he gasses out to me, and I think with the hooks of Lara, I think he has better stamina. Will he last the power of Masayo? I don't know, but I'm favoring Lara in that one at number 4. If he can't get, like I said, what's going to happen to him just knocking out the champion? If I'm any fighter, I'm trying to beat Lara. This dude just knocked out Josh Warrington. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to beat him. If I'm a champion from another division or ranking, I don't care if it's a peanuts tune-up fight in between voluntary, I'm going to go beat Lara. That dude has the hottest name for the lowest amount of check. And it's probably, if you're skilled enough, it should be a low risk. Now, going into that fight, he had a 4-fight 2020. Warrington had nothing. Do you think that fight would have been the same if Warrington had a 4-fight 2020? Was he overlooking him? Was it ring rust? Was it a little bit of both? I don't know, but it wasn't no skill for skill fight. Warrington came out doing what his thing. He tried to overpower him with volume. Lara's a hooker in between punches. You know, flat-footed Warrington got cracked. I don't know. Like I said, even when Warrington was rocked, and was allowed to continue, which he should have been stopped. But we all know that's home cooking. Here, take your concussion and try and do something, you warrior. Because if that was Lara getting up stumbling like that, it would have been off. It would have been off. But Warrington, he still was looking good on concussed street. In rounds 5 and 6. Was he still fucking getting rocked? Yes, but he was looking good. So, could he have won the fight if he didn't get cracked in round 1? Who knows? But it happened. And that's, like I said, the fight wasn't a technical, beautiful. It was just raw power, hooks from the hips. If I'm team Lara, I'm going for Mark Masayo. Again, with the COVID traveling, who knows what the fuck is going to be in store for Lara? Is he just going to slip into oblivion? If I'm any fighter, and I believe I had the skills, I'm going for Lara. I am going for him. He has the hottest name right now, and should be a low risk. Should be, That is the review. So like I said, for a card that was looking like shit on paper, turned out to be a very, very good card with boxing content to talk about. Considering, like I said, Ward was a great fight. We could talk about that fight for a while. Barrett, like I said, even though it's just Barrett and Kiko Martinez, the content story behind that fight, with him being the highest tier list in the IBF, and then just going then you can start talking about that division. That's a nice story behind that. And then you got this main event knockout. Like I said, so much boxing talk. I'm right here on the RRTB Boxing Show. The ready. I was ready. You was ready. We talked the boxing. Thank you for your time and support. Matchroom Boxing. Hell of a card.